I got is just what I got on. When the sun is high in the Texas sky, I'll be bucking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. They took my saddle in Houston, broke my leg in Santa Fe, lost my wife and girlfriend somewhere along the way. But I'll be looking for eight that pull that gate, and I hope the judge ain't blind. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. Hey, how you doing out there, guitar heroes? Okay, we got a little George Strait today from 1982. Amarillo by morning, obviously a big hit for George. Okay, so the original key playing these chords, we would have the capo at 2, and I didn't quite think I could sing it quite right, so I left the capo at 1. But if you're going to use these chords, the C, E minor, F, and I've been using an F major 7 lately, and a G, then we'd be using capo 2. Okay, so the intro is a violin, and behind that the chords are C, E minor, F, and then C. Oh, I'm sorry, then G. And basically you go through that 2 times to cover the whole violin intro, and then we go into the first verse, which pretty much follows that same thing, slightly different than that. So we start with C, Amarillo by E minor, morning, F, up from sand, and then on sand, C, San Antone, stay on the C, everything that, and then here's where the voice goes up, I got, on I got is an E minor, is just, and now we got a F, just what I got, G on, when the F sun is high in that G, Texas sky, I'll be C, walking at the E minor, county, back to F, fair, C, Amarillo by G, morning, Amarillo, F, G, I'll be there, C. Okay, a little quick chord change there at the end. Okay, now we have another violin instrumental. We basically do the same chords as the C, the E minor, the F, and the G. The second verse is exactly the same. Then there's another instrumental. And then on the last verse, which I didn't do, which is basically the same thing, there's a key change. And what the key change means, in this case, instead of playing a C, you would go up to a D. And so it'd be, instead of D and E minor, that's really the reason that I did this with no capo, because otherwise you'd be stuck with that bar chord F sharp minor, which isn't a lot of fun, is a little tough to play. So this way you get around that. So it goes up 2, and it doesn't really matter if you do that or not, but that's the way it would be. So if we would continue on, we would go with a D, Amarillo by, now that's that F sharp minor at the 2nd fret. So we got an E minor form here. Okay, we're going to slide up to the 2. Amarillo by morning, up from G, San Antone, back to the D. Everything that, and back to that F sharp minor, I got is G, just what I got on A. I ain't G. Got a dime, but what I ate got is mine, and I ain't rich, but F sharp minor. But Lord, I'm free G. And then this is the ending here. D. Amarillo by A. Morning G. Amarillo's A. Where I'll be, back to D. And then that gets repeated one time. D. Amarillo by A. Morning G. Amarillo's A. Where I'll be. And then there's a little instrumental at the end, and then it fades on out. So there you go. Let's those are the chords, sort of the cadence, and let's see if we can see if is there some kind of a strumming pattern. I don't think there's really a strumming pattern in here. And in fact, I don't think you can hear any acoustic guitar. But let's just go through this. Amarillo, I'm from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I got on. When the sun is high in the Texas sky, I'll be bucking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. So there's just really kind of a slow, medium pace strum up and down. There's not a pattern that I think makes any more sense than any other. So just kind of a straight up and down. Yeah, and it's exactly the same pace through the entire song. So that kind of makes it a little bit easier as well. So there you go, George Strait, Amarillo by Morning, 1982. If you want to play in the original key with these chords, capo at 2, and then of course remember that last verse, in fact, it would be bring the capo up 2 more, or go from a C up to a D. So here's an easy way to think about this. If I'm in a C, so I got an A form bar chord. I'm at a C here. I want to go up 2 frets. I know that's a D, so that's basically a way to kind of figure out how much higher in the voice you're going to have to go. And I couldn't sing it that high, so. I didn't attempt that part. Okay, well, I hope you got something out of this lesson. Take it easy out there, and we'll see you next time.